Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. This Wednesday evening, we'll be discussing what brings pride in human. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he was conversing mainly with Dr. Sarkar, Mahendralal Sarkar, his personal physician, and of course many other devotees, they were there. And as because it has been recorded, we can understand Master Mahashay, the recorder of this conversation, he was also there. So let us chant this mantra and then we will start reading from the page English 874. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavi bhirilditam kalmashapaham Sravana Mangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grinanti E Bhurida Janaha. This gospel, as we always say, that it is giving us all the knowledge of spirituality. You know that different type of knowledges are there, but after some years, some time, they become obsolete. And we cannot use that properly. So constantly things are changing. But only one thing that never changes is the spiritual knowledge. Almost like 10,000 years before, we cannot calculate properly, but they say, the Indian, the savants, scholars, that it is almost like 10,000 years before that, these Vedas, that was revealed, that was recorded, that was transmitted from Guru to Shishya and Shishya to again, there is this parampara. And this wonderful knowledge of oneness. And that still now, it is 2024, we are still discussing that same thing, never changes. This is eternal knowledge. But the science that was discovered, say, at the time of Lord Jesus, how to draw water from a well, that was a science in those days. And how to use the wheels so that the people can see it and the horse can, then that was a science. But it is all changing. The chemistry, physics, the mathematics, all things are constantly going on, changing. But only one thing is constant. Saying this, let us begin the study, the reading from here. They were discussing that the young minds, of course, Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning the boys, and sometimes some people, they complain in the modern time, why he always saying the boys, why not girls? When Sri Ramakrishna invented it, 1836, that was the time, particularly in Indian society, the girls were not allowed. There are many other reasons are there. Mainly the historical reason. The India was subjugated by some of the rulers and the system was different. So obviously society react according to the system, the rules. In those days, previously, the girls were completely free. So we got so many Brahmavadinis. They were also researching along with the male folks. Even the girls used to go to the Guru Griha. They used to learn Veda. In the Rig Veda, we find all these informations. Then slowly things started changing because of the social, political, economical changes. It was naturally the girls who were asked to remain inside the houses and for their own protections and like that. So anyway, it was extreme at the time of the 17th, 18th centuries. It became a habit. It became a social norm that the girls should be behind the curtains. They should not come out. When Sri Ramakrishna is meeting, he is meeting always the mill. He is always meeting the boys. So references are coming about the males and the boys. Sometimes when he is visiting some of the householders, that they are some of the ladies, they are taking Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna to the place. It's called Andar Mahal in those days. Any aristocratic family, they used to have two different sections of the house, one the outer, another inner. The inner part was for the women. The Sri Ramakrishna, a holy man, they used to take him over there. Otherwise, no other male except that the family members were allowed to go. Even the family, that male also were not allowed to go there all the time. So that all this system, now we cannot criticize now. That was the thing. Now that is the reason Sri Ramakrishna is referring about the boys. But he also mentioned about the girls. And then afterwards, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, who spoke through Swami Vivekananda and Ma Sharadamani Devi, talked about the girls, talked about the ladies. So why I am referring this, discussing this? Because some of the people, sometimes they will be saying, why if the Sri Ramakrishna always mentioned about the boys, not about the girls? No, we should not think in that way. He is mentioning about the human being. This human being, he is saying over here, the boys are like fresh earthen pots, good vessels in which one can keep milk without any worry. Spiritual instruction arouses their inner consciousness without delay, but it is not with the worldly minded. One is afraid to keep milk in a pot that has been used for yogurt. The milk may turn sour. So look at the example he is giving. It is not the boy, forget about the boy or girl, it is the young minds, those who are not in contact with the worldly things. And present day world, when we look around, particularly in the cities, all the metropolitan cities, and because of the advancement in the science and the communication systems, almost each and every one, right from the 5 years, 6 years, even the toddlers are also having their own the telephone. And I saw one mother feeding a baby as a toddler, just sitting in a chair, special chair, tied with the belt so that he should not fall. And the mother has given a movie is going on. Some of the pictures like the monkey and the cats, and the child is looking at that, and mother is going on feeding, and without caring what he is doing is looking at that picture. And so this is modern scenario. So what to say? So their minds are all scattered right from the beginning. So after that, when they like to withdraw the mind from the world, it's so difficult. It is like the seeds that has gone everywhere. And if you like to collect those, the lot of them they will be here and there. You cannot collect all the seeds. Similarly, if the mind has already gone to the world, so it is very difficult, very, very difficult. So naturally, if you are not disconnecting completely from the worldly objects, you cannot get the benefit of ultimate spiritual knowledge. That is the truth. Whether how can we are in the modern society, this is the daily norms, whatever it may be, that is your argument. But the thing is, the truth is, if you can collect your mind, withdraw your mind from these worldly objects, all these rupa, rasa, shabda, sparsha, gandha, all these things, you will get the benefit of spiritual joy. So this is what is there. So Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning these young boys at his time. Why at his time? At our younger age, we never saw the TVs. It was only the radios. And naturally, it was completely different type. So this here he says that these young boys, they're like the fresh earthen pots. And you can keep in this vessel the good milk, and without fearing that it may, sometimes if the sour is there, the pure fresh milk, that will be spoiled. So, giving that example, he says, if you like to give the thought of the spirituality, thought of God, then you should not have in that mind the worldly thoughts. Your boy is still free from worldliness, untouched by the lust and gold. That is why I like him. All these young boys that used to come to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to like them because of that. The moment these worldly things entered into the mind, it becomes very, very difficult. But they have some other processes. There's a slowly they will, of course, each and every one will get the liberation. As Swami Vivekananda said, today or tomorrow, each and every one get the liberation. And Buddhahood, as he said in his own the amicable way, the Buddhahood is our birthright. Anyone can get it. Now, as because we are modern and we are growing up in this situation, in this condition, and slowly, slowly, we are understanding, yes, that's true. The whatever I was thinking will give me joy, me happiness, no, it is not giving. Rather, it is becoming a problem for me. So, where is the way out? We turn to the spirituality. I have seen many people, even after retirement, say about after 60, they are so sincere in spiritual life, so sincere. Some of the Americans here also have seen hours together, they'll be sitting and meditating. They carry their own seat so that they can sit for a long period of time. They're traveling, they'll be reducing their dresses so that they can put their own that seat for meditation. They're so sincere. Wherever they go, they carry that. They'll be sitting, and hours will be there sitting. So it's not a matter of a joke. And for these people, and it is a first world country, everything is available everywhere, and it's free. It's not like our society is still very orthodox. A lot of controls are there. It is nothing here. But even then, these people I have seen, they are so sincere. So things is possible, everything is possible, but if from the beginning we are aware of it, that's Bhagavan is appreciating. Doctor, that is because he is living in his father's earnings. Doctor is a very practical man. So he said, so why not? He is not going to office, he is not earning. If you go to earn, naturally you have to handle so many things in the world. He's a doctor, and sometimes he will go to the rich man's house, and after the checking and the prescription, when he asks for his fees, then the rich man will say, oh no, this time not, come after some time. What is it? I am not going to beg. This is my, but rich man, an influential person, you cannot sell anything to him. So that is the way it goes. And here it says, that is because he's living on his father. They are discussing about that doctor's son. And then naturally the doctor is saying, well, that is because he is not going to earn. So he is free from that. I should love to see how free he would keep himself from worldliness if he had to earn his own livelihood. So, of course, that is very, very true. Particularly in India, the children are fortunate because the parents, they give support up to so many, maybe 30 years, they'll be supporting them. They'll continue your study, we'll be supporting you. He finishes his higher studies also. And after that, he goes for earning. That's a great culture, and they love education. So they always try to support their children. And even if there is anything, immediately they will go. Today morning, one lady was telling Swamiji, I wanted to come to your retreat, but now my daughter and her husband, they like to go somewhere to attend some program and they have a new baby, we have to go and stay with that new baby as a babysitter. I can. So at this age also they are always doing this. Many they are doing. They are supporting. But this is also very practical. When you go out in the world, when you work in the world, I have seen some of the monks. After finishing their study in the Ramakrishna mission, you need a basic education, then only you can become a monk. So after that, they have joined directly. They didn't go for any job or anything. So they were in that particular, the guided by their parents, and then from just finishing the school, they come and join in the Ramakrishna mission, and they no responsibility to go and earn from things so that from the devotees, so that they can run the institution. And they always behave in a different way. Sometimes they will say, hey, you people, you are doing like this, mixing with the worldly people. I don't know what to do. Because we have to go and talk to them, then only they will give the donation, then only we can maintain the ashrama. It is not so easy. So some practical thing also. But Sri Ramakrishna is indicating, whatever you do, if you do in a dedicated way, your mind will be clean. Then now we also go to the devotees, we tell these are the problems. Some of the wealthy devotees, we always go to them and we tell friends, this is the problem. Now suddenly so much of money is necessary. They also give it, and for that, and then you have to keep good relation. Oh, I cannot talk to you. You cannot say like that. An organization, so you have to adjust with the different type of rules, regulations, political people, and social movement, different type of the newspaper. So all these you have to adjust. You cannot say no. And when you are doing that at the same time, you are maintaining spirituality. Friends, where I am giving these examples because I have seen it. I have seen the great Swamis. They are the general secretaries. But the moment the conch shell is blowing in the Belur Math, immediately they will close all this. They will go to the shrine. They will sit with all other monks. They will be chanting and meditating. Then again they come back and start working. But at the same time, when there is an emergency, when the other Swamis, they hesitate to disturb them because in the evening time, it is his personal meditation time. When he came to know about it, he said, why? You should have called me, because that is my puja. Look at it. He is going to the shrine, he is meditating at the same time, if necessary, he is doing his duty, taking the decision, giving the instruction, and many other things for the administration is necessary. But doing it completely in a different way, dedicated way, that is also spirituality. In a matured mind, they can do it. Everything is nothing but spirituality. And Sister Nivedita wrote about Swami Vivekananda. For him, there was no this materialistic or spiritual. Everything was spiritual. So this mundane thing, when you say, the mundane thing, when you see as a mundane, but when you see as a God's thing, I am doing it because God is there. We are working. Saying is easy, practice is really, really difficult, but it is possible. But discussion, when the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is discussing, he is saying from the young age, if one can develop these, is free from many other impressions. If the impressions are already there in the mind, it is very difficult to eradicate. First, you have to go on robbing, and you have to take out all that. Then only you are becoming free. Then your mind is concentrated. Then you are receiving the spiritual knowledge. And spiritual knowledge is just like the oil. And worldly thoughts, worldly mind is like the water. They can never mix. If you pour water on the oil on the water, it will float. So you have to take out all the water, clean it properly, and dry it, and then only you can pour the oil. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna giving that example. Yes, yes, that is true. But God is far, far away from the worldly minded. For those who have renounced the world, He is in the palm of the hand. Renounce the world. It doesn't mean that anyone wearing a gerua is having that the palm in the hand. You have to give it from the mind, from your thought. The worldly things you have to give it from your mind, from your thought. Then only. Physically, of course, many people they can do. And many are there, bachelors. It doesn't mean that they are truly spiritual. Spirituality, completely different thing. It has nothing to do with the body. It is with the mind. It's not the dress I am wearing. It is not the food I am eating. It is not the people I am living with. It is the thought that I am thinking and the way I am working. Constantly you have to understand I am dedicated for this higher cause and I don't want anything of this world. It's not so easy. So Sri Ramakrishna is reminding us, yes, that is true. When your boy will go for earning, that will be a challenge for him, whether he will be able to maintain this purity, but it is possible. It is possible. And if he can, he will get that blessed joy. Whatever we do for our joy, for our happiness. We are earning for our happiness. We are purchasing houses, cars, and visiting places, meeting friends, all for the happiness. But this temporary happiness, which is all over there, if we are tempted to that, and we go over there and we spend our whole time, a little bit of excitement here and there, now that in the society, sometimes some problem has come and then the media will make you mad, and every time, right from the moment you open your eyes, from then onwards they will pour on, oh, this is happening, that is happening, the poor person, how they can control their mind, what they will do. So they are flown in that, and you are losing time. And after that, when you think, oh, that's true, what had happened, then you withdraw yourself to the late, as they call it, you have missed the bus. So we should not miss the bus. We should be always aware. These things, whatever is happening in the society, all temporary. All, everything is temporary. Nothing is permanent. First World War, when it started, people were thinking what is going to happen. Maybe the whole world will be destroyed. Then came again Second World War. Then people thought everyone is going to be dead and gone. Nothing is going to remain. Now what? Again, some people are thinking, why not Third World War? Let us have excitement. So this is the way that goes on and on and on. For a spiritual person, he should take a step back and see how things are moving. That is the teaching of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. To Dr. Sharkar and Dr. Dukhari, but renunciation of lust and gold is not meant for you, because you are householders. You may renounce those mentally. That is why I say to the Goswamis, why do you speak of renunciation? That will not do for you. You have to attain the daily worship of Shyama Sundar. Sam Sundar, the God, is Krishna. Shyama is a darkness, the color of the body of the God, and Sundar, it is beauty, beautiful. The why dark? Because we do not know about God, and we are just imagining. So there's Shyama Sundar. There's a name of God. It's the same Krishna. And now he is telling for the householders they have a different responsibility and different type of the spiritual growth. That they should follow that. That's beautifully the Indian, the society, they divided the individual life into 4 parts. Brahmacharya, student's life; Garhastha, householder's life; Banaprastha, retired life; Sannyasa, understanding the spirituality and get free from all these bondages. So these are the four things in every individual life. When they are going to practice that, when they are going to do that, then ashramas. Four ashramas means the time frame. Then they will do in that way, that garastha, banaprastha, sannyas, and this way they will do. And what are the goal? Dharma is the beginning. What is the dharma? Responsibility and also the spirituality called dharma. Both you should know. These are my responsibilities. Now you are matured enough to understand what path you should choose. Can I continue as a renouncer, giving up everything, household, everything? I am all alone. I do not know what is going to happen to me. Who will be looking after me when I am sick? Now, if you cannot have that mental strength, don't go there. Don't venture. Rather, you go to the householder's life. You will have friends, you will have the family, wife, children, all will be surrounding you. Feel comfort, but practice religion. So these are the sannyasa and garhastha. Both are going towards God. Not only sannyasis are going, but for the sannyasin it is easy. Why? Responsibilities are not there. Attachments are not there. So by that way, mentally, they are to some extent free. If you want to be free, but after even become a sannyasa, some people they get involved in the social movements, political movements, and these and that, just behaving like the garhastha. It is all the duties of the garhastha people, not for the sannyasins. So he says, for the renouncer, the last end goal, and not for the householders. Why do you speak of renunciation? He is telling the Goswamis. Goswami, you will find there are two types of, we can say, title and surnames of the Vaishnavas, and particularly Gaudiya Vaishnava. Gaudiya means that Vaishnavism which started from Bengal, and it matured at the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And sometimes people they say he is the founder of Gaudiya Vaishnava. So whatever, it was there, but he made it more popular. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They have Dasha and Goswamis. The Goswamis are mainly those who are from the Brahmin caste. And then they take the lead. They will be the leader of those communities. Spiritual community, they will be talking about spirituality, about religion, they are the Goswami. Dasha, Dasha means humble. So these Dashas, they will be following that. So these are the two. Goswamis, as because they are the leaders, when they talk about the renunciation, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, you talk about renunciation, but you are not practicing that. Why then talking about that? Rather, say that we are householders. Most of the Vaishnavas, they are not sannyasins. They have the wives, their children. Though they put on the gerua sometimes, but they are not the Dashanami Sampradaya sannyas. That is a completely different thing. So this, the Goswamis and sometimes particularly in Bengal, they used to worship goddess Kali and Shakti. So Tantra. The Tantra also, they are also giving up the household and all, but they can have Shaktis, that means the wives. But Vedantic sannyasi should not have and cannot have. So that is the differences. Now here they say that why you are talking about the renunciation. You are having the wife, the children, you have to earn money. You are going and expounding the religious books, particularly Bhagavata, and against that you are earning money. That is your profession. But a sannyasi should not do that. When he is expounding something against, he is not earning anything. Okay, for his ashrama, for his maintenances, people are giving some donation, that is separate. But he will never ever sell the spiritual knowledge. So sometimes some people, when they take the mantra diksha, they are afraid. Shall we have to give the monthly donation? Or at the time of taking the initiation, how much money you'll... Nothing like that. At least I have not seen in our organization than the Ramakrishna. It is so simple. If you can, you give. If you cannot, no problem. That is up to you. Once one person came to take initiation from Ma Sharadamani Devi, and he was a young boy and he was not having anything with him. He was not knowing also. And then mother told, look, there are some fruits are there. Mother kept those fruits. Bring one from there and offer it to me. Because Guru Dakshina, that is the tradition. That if you are receiving the instruction from a guru, you are supposed to give something to your guru, your spiritual master. So the boy was not carrying anything, he was not having anything. So mother told, bring that and give it to me. Just tradition. You need not to give anything. But sometimes some people will bring the clothings and some food and some money. That is up to them. But they are not selling religion. So these two differences. Grihastha, householders, their responsibility. Sannyasi, their responsibility, completely different. Total renunciation is for sannyasis. They should choose their dwelling at a place when they will never even see the worldly people. And that is why mostly immediately after joining the Ramakrishna mission, they like to, mostly they say that you should be at the background, you should not. But the modern time, there's some boys who are coming and joining, and they are educated, they do not understand. But it is better to be away from the friends, from the relatives, from the local thing. No reading of newspaper or listening to the news channels. No connection to the world. You are just slowly preparing your mind to realize the blessedness. If you can, go to a retreat, go to a secluded place. But most of the time it is not possible. So keep yourself completely aloof. So this is the way one should understand. Money too is like poison to a sannyasi. If he keeps money with him, he has the worries, then pride, then anger, and the desire for physical comfort. Money is fame, is rajas. And this brings tamas in its mind. So what brings pride in human? That is Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. In this page he is telling, if you have pride, ahamkara, I sense, I consciousness, you can never ever realize God. But if you have the self-confidence, it is different. But if you say, I only can understand, I only can expound, I am the best, no, you cannot go anywhere in spiritual life. They may be a very good scholar, they may write many books, but they are not even going forward, even in one single step, according to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Because that pride, it is all I. They like to see their name everywhere. And sometimes they'll be quoting from others. The whole book is nothing but the quotation of some other famous. But on the top of it, they're nothing but they have collected those quotations. But why on the top, on the front page of the book, they put their name? Because they like to see their name. And that is a pride. One should not do that. The Sri Ramakrishna's teaching is you must be very careful about. If you are writing your own views, of course you should publish in your own name because you are taking the responsibility of the ideas and the statements that you have given into that book. You take the responsibility, no problem. But when you are quoting from from the first page to the last page, and then you're publishing in your name, that is not good. So this a different type of small thing one should be very, very careful of. They should choose their dwelling at a place where they will never and see the worldly people. The worldly people, they always talk about to worldly things. They cannot talk about spirituality. Sometimes I go to visit some of the devotees' house. They are inviting their friends also. They come. Sometimes I have noticed the moment I enter, the small group, they will separate themselves, they will go somewhere else, they will be discussing all, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours I am there. Never ever come to sit and to listen because they cannot understand anything except the ideologies or the ideas, the thoughts that is there in their mind. Completely full of worldliness. What they have done, what is going to happen, this, what they cooked, how they cooked, and all they'll be going on and hours together. But never ever they will come and sit and listen because they cannot, because they will, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, as if somebody is choking their throat. The very, very worldly minded people, very, very worldly minded. So that's why they should be avoided. So if you are really want to make the progress, and money and all about. For the householders, money is a means of getting food, clothes, dwelling, worshipping the deity, serving holy men and devotees. This is necessary for them. So the two different type of responsibilities, we mix up. We should not. We should not mix up. Then sometimes some people, they will go and accept some people as their spiritual guide, spiritual leader, as gurus, without seeing what they are actually doing, how they are living. And they themselves are in that same condition. They want money, they want this, they want that. They will be using the words of God, and they are very good in giving that discourses so that people are impressed, but they are not holy people. If you are taking them as the guidance, you are not going to that lighted place. In the Upanishad it says, it is like a blind leading another blind, and chances of falling in the ditches. Andhanaiva niyamana yathanda. The man who is leading you himself is a blind. He doesn't know. And whatever he says, he never practices. He's a hypocrite then. And that is my guide. Then what will happen to me too? So we have to understand that. I'm not criticizing anyone. Don't take it that way. But we should be very, very careful. If I am not going to a good doctor, how can I learn about medicine? If I go to a singer, maybe he'll be talking about the medicine, but doesn't know much. Will he or she can become my teacher, my guide in medicine? No. So similarly, those who are not having the renunciation in their own life, how they can talk about God? God has to reach through renunciation. Tyage naike amritattva manasuhu, whether you like it or not. Without the tyaga, amritatya, that is the eternal peace, the eternal happiness you cannot achieve. So we have to stand and see where I am standing in my spiritual journey. In this, okay, no problem. It may be a little late, but I will reach over there for sure. That is called Subhecha. And that's the first step in the Vedanta. In the Advaita Vedanta, they also have the 7 steps. Like the yoga, 7 steps, Advaita Vedanta. First step is Shubha Ichcha, the holy resolution. What is that? I am going to be good. From wherever. Maybe I am this much age and this is this. No problem, because I am taking this resolution. Any moment, anywhere, the God can reveal. It is depending on me only. I don't want all this. They leave and go. There is the story that we have heard. It is traditionally, it comes down. Lala Babu, he was an aristocrat and he was a landlord, very rich, influential person. And obviously, he used to go for enjoyment, what they will do. a lot of money, so they have to go with the friends, as usually the rich people they do. One day, it was evening. India means it is a hot country. Evening is a good time, so they all come out after taking a nice bath, and then with the fresh clothes, they'll be going to a place where they will have nice food and drinks and dances, laughter. So he was going to that club. Suddenly he heard the mother is asking her daughter, and in Bengali she is telling, Bela pore jay, Bashonai agun de. Those you know Bengali, you will understand that there is not much time because sun is setting. Bashona is the dry leaf of the plantain. That's called basana. Agun de, you must light that, because they have to light that fire, then they will make the water warm, and then the washer, naturally they have to wash those clothes with the warm water. So the mother is asking the daughter, hey, go and collect some dry leaves, plantain leaves, and light it. Simple thing. But this man, he took it in a completely different way, because his mind was ready. And he thought, oh my God, she is correct. Now I am almost 60 years old. Now I am so elderly. Now time is very short for me. My age is every day reducing one after another. Now still desire, vasana is another meaning of vasana is desire. True meaning is desire. But that is a colloquial, this local word. Vasana means dry plantain leaf. And that is a different, and he thought, oh, I have to burn my desires. You know what he did? From there itself he started walking. He left all his property, huge wealth. Such a rich man. He left all his property, started walking towards the north of India. And he reached to a very holy place, Vrindavan. He started practicing austerity, realized God. So any time, any age, sufficient. Just take the resolution. But you have to burn the vasana, not that dry plantain leaf, but the desires. So this desire, when it is unless to try the money, then with great labor. Now it's saying that if you are hoarding the money, the rich people, they are hoarding the money, what is they are going to do? Nothing actually. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna giving a wonderful example. He is telling, did you notice these bees, they collect drop by drop by drop by drop the honey. They'll make a huge hive. But what they're going to do with that? Then a person will come, they will drive out all those bees, and they will burn some fire and the smoke, the bees are out, he collect all the honey. And these fellows, they were collecting the drop by drop from the flowers, and they were thinking, oh, this is our property. And what happened? The rich people also go on accumulating money, and nowadays I heard that they will be keeping it in the foreign countries, so they think they are safe, and then afterwards suddenly they will be arrested, afterwards the bank will say, oh, that man has not come, so that money will go to that country, that society. He even cannot give it to his own people. So you are keeping the money, but for what? For whom? Suddenly if you die, you are not going to enjoy that money. It is better you use that money for the betterment of others. What will happen? You will live eternally. Dhanam. Then when you are giving the charity, that is why in all religion, they always say that charity is the most excellent quality of spiritual life. Through charity, you get the blessings of God. Why? Because you are detaching yourself from the worldly things which you accumulated. And hard-earned money, you kept that, and slowly, slowly, you became rich. Now, you don't need so much of money. There are examples of the great donors in the present day world also. They earn that they distribute. They are not stopping. Oh no, I am not going to earn anything. Now I retired, whatever money I am having, I will just go on cruising from one end to another end. It is not necessary. You can do that if you have money. But sitting on and see the ocean, how long you will see the ocean? It is the human mind that the warmth of love, the respect, acceptance, that is divine. Wherever you go, thousands of people, they will come to see you. They are Messiah, you are saving them. That there are countries, unfortunate people, because maybe the rulers could not properly do it, whatever may be the reason. Thousands of people are suffering. And you have the capacity to help. If you help them, what you will get? They will keep your photo, they will keep your images, and they will go on worshipping you. If you do something good, people will never forget. So that always it happens. That is true. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling that the householder's money is meant of getting food, clothes, the dwelling place, and worshipping the deity, serving the holy men and the devotees. That is for that. It is useless to try to hoard the money. With great labor, the bees build a hive, but a man breaks it and takes the honey away. You know, those who know about the Vedanta Society Chicago, you know we have a retreat center in the Michigan state and the Ganges. Recently, the gentleman who is looking after that, he reported to me, there's a huge beehive was there, and he said, so much of honey, what I am going to do? I will collect and keep it, then the devotees will come in the next retreat. You can just distribute that to them. What is happening to those bees? Of course, in this country, they will never kill them. And there is a group of people, they will come, they will drive them, they will collect the queen bee. They won't kill them. They will take it to somewhere else and allow them to go on working. And that is their whole life mission, collecting and then making it. Then we will drink that. There's no problem. So it goes on. That this is it is happening. That when Sri Ramakrishna, I was reading this, I was remembering what is going to happen to the Ganges. Huge, I have also seen from distance, there's a huge, the beehive was there. But truly, the people having the wealth, fabulous wealth, they do not know how much actually they are having. They have to ask their accountants, and accountants also, there are different 2, 3, 4 accountants. One cannot maintain so much of wealth. But they won't spend it. And how it goes, just like that. One day they will die, beehive, left behind, so other people will enjoy. So one should be clever enough, and that is exactly what Swami Vivekananda, when he met the American tycoon, that very famous person, Rockefeller, he told this to him. Sri Ramakrishna's words. He told that you are the keeper. God has given you the brain, so you can use that and earn money, and you are holding that money, but for whom? Again for the God, and in the form of the needy, the suffering masses. Now one cannot attain divine knowledge till one get rid of pride. That is the statement of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. One cannot. What is that pride? Pride is nothing but ignorance. Friends, I was reading over here, it says, Narada, he was telling to Shukadeva. Shukadeva was a great scholar, and he was a Brahmagyani. And Narada, he was telling him, Ena sarvam parityaktam sa vidwan sacha panditaha. The vidwan, who is a person that having knowledge, he who has given up everything. Sarvam, what is that sarvam? Pride, ego. Sometimes we think the tyaga means I have to give up the money and then the household and the clothing. Of course that is there, but main thing is the ego. Oh, I give up this food, I don't take that and God will be happy. I don't know, maybe God will be happy. But main thing is the ego. If you are having the ego and doing all those things, it is of no use truly. That's why one should read the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Don't keep any reservation. Oh, it is a book of the Ramakrishna mission. No. It's a book for the humanity. Any human being, anywhere, belongs to any religion, any caste, any country, any culture, if he is genuine to realize God, must go through these pages. One cannot attain divine knowledge till one gets rid of pride. Ahamkara. Aham means I. So this I, what is this I? The pride, the ego, the ahamkara, it is all belong to me. Now I always say that whenever I put the finger on the chest, my body, and say I, this body is constantly changing. Then which I? The I, the small body that was on the lap of my mother, and then growing up, and becoming old. Which body actually? You cannot fix up this body that it is I. This is not. Think in this way, then you will find out that's true. Which body actually I am meaning? I. Mind also. Thoughts are constantly changing. As a children, we used to think in a different way. Our world was different. And now, as a matured person, I think in a different way. So which thought then? When I put I, this is just as a hypothesis that we think I am means this. No. The I means the one which is surviving within me as the consciousness. That is the I. So Vedanta says, when you are going inside and slowly giving up one after another the coverages, and they are very specifically, they say there are 5 cover on you. That I, which you say, that I is covered by 5 things. Annamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha. Kosha means the cover. One after another. When you remove those 5, what remains? That is you. And it says, Javat sarvam na samtaktam, tavat atma na labhyate. As long as all worldly objects are not removed, one cannot realize the Atman. Yavat, as long as, sarvam, everything, na samtaktam, completely given up, renounced, tavat, that much time, atma, na labhyate. You cannot realize the Atman. Sarva vastu parityage, when you have given everything, all objects. Now, vastu means objects. What is the object? We can see, taste, touch, smell. These are the objects. Anything that we can realize through these 5 organs are the objects. Sometimes they say the science and religion. Swamiji also mentioned, but what is that science? Understanding the truth. This is the science. Sarva vastu parityage. Vastu means anything that I can taste through my 5 sense organs. This is vastu. Anything vastu, limited, is going to be destroyed. This philosophical point we must have to understand. Then it becomes clear. So this vastu, sarva vastu parityage, when you give up everything, whatever remain there, that is Atman. You are not going to achieve something new. You are not going to something which was not already there. You go and collect it and put it in your stock. No, it is already there. Only thing you are removing, cleaning all the dust layers after layer. Then you go to that. And that is called the Atman. This is the Atman, when you find, that is already there. You have covered. And one after another. That's called ignorance. But which was real, I have covered it with something unreal. That is ignorance. That again, the classical, that example, rope and the snake. It was only rope. Where from the snake came? Your ignorance. You thought that snake on that rope. It was always a rope. It was never a snake. You superimposed the snake, then you got terrified, you called for help, then the Guru came with the torch, he showed it. Oh no, so that much only. The Guru is not giving you the Atman, Atman is already there. I make that Atman, which is already within me, as I. That is the ego, that is the pride. That is the mistake we are doing. The moment we understand this is God which is there, this is the consciousness, never ever changing, it is always there. What will happen? Your fear will go away. Abhayam means no fear at all. What is the fear? I am going to lose my personality, and I am going to lose my life. No, you are not. I was reading in the newspaper, I don't know what is the truth or not, no, newspaper, that there is the leader of a country, wherever he goes, he carries that filth also. Some people, they will collect that and take it with them. Fearing that somebody, if they get that, then they may taste and get whether he is suffering from this disease or that. Suppose they discover, then what is there? You are already having that. But the poor man, and I do not know how unfortunate those people, wherever he is traveling, they are going, collecting that and keeping in the bag, a nice showing bag. People think that is very costly thing they are carrying. Actually, it is not. It is all shit they are carrying. And my God, is this life? And should I have to live in that way? But anyway, life, they think there is a great life they are living. But life is nothing but love, loving others, concern for others, thinking for others, helping others, and becoming a lover of the humanity. And the whole world is your family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That's a great statement of the Hinduism. After realizing that, it is not the body that separates us. It is not the mind that separates us. That small body and the mind in different places with different dresses. In reality, all of us having that consciousness within us, which is Brahman. They gave the name Brahman. The consciousness, all pervading. We are all one. That is called knowledge. The moment we have that, think of the happiness, the joy, the eternity. How it is possible? Removing the pride. So thank you, friends. We'll stop over here, and next Wednesday again we'll study from here.
Muralidharan is asking, Swamiji, some say that Ishvara remains as a witness without doing anything, and that it is his power called Maya, Shakti or Bhagavati that does all actions like creation, etc. Is this so?
Correct. That is actually from the different philosophy. The Hindus, they have analyzed the truth from different angle. So this is from one angle. They say it is Maya, the Bhagavati, the Shakti, and that is called Shakti worship. They are the worshippers of Shakti. That is also true. But that consciousness, it just thought, I like to be many. Eka aham bahu shyamavi. The moment it thought, that is the power. So from that power, from that desire, he, that one, we are saying he, it is not he, she, it is it. it became everything, and they became the, and that way the Maya is working. That actually you are correct. It is the working of the Maya. The Maya is the power of God. So if we are giving up our ego, the Maya cannot control us. Maya control through ego. If the ego is not there, then there is no problem. So that is why. So thank you, friends. Let us chant this mantra and then we will conclude. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishabataram parameshamidhyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namamaha. Salutations to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, the perfect embodiment of the eternal truth, which manifests itself in various forms to help mankind, and the incarnation of the Supreme Lord who is worshipped by all. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.